Also, leave a comment down below. Even if we're
Trash.
on the yard.
Today's topic, what we got today, Smitty?
Western women travel shame men.
Yep.
Western men, mate, basically.
Oh,
And you see, he kind of scratched himself with his passport.
it.
This is a live stream. We decided to go on and get started with. We're gonna try to do this every Saturday. But this one right here, we're gonna let the reporter talk and let you see what they're talking about.
Roll some of that beautiful bean
Been
footage.
reporting from Cowsand Road for Thai Law Forum. Today we're here to interview about a very touchy issue. What do Western women think about the hordes of Western men who travel to Thailand every year looking for romance with Thai women?
I think it's kind of a bit of a weird idea, really. I think it's a bit strange when you go into all the bars and you see these really older Western men and all these beautiful Thai women kind of like fawning all over them, and like to me it just, I don't know, it just doesn't seem right, really.
Doesn't seem right. When that happens to them, that's called a lovely night. I don't get.
They go to Bali all the time. They don't tell you
Yeah,
about
I mean, when it happened to them, it's just a great time. Why we can't have a good time?
And for the new person that just logged in, we're talking about Western women travel shaming men. So basically, they're giving a backstory on how they feel about men going to travel to Thailand and different places.
Okay, well, we'll let her talk some more.
It's something that seems to have gone on for a long time, and I've heard of men coming here, they come here just for that particular reason, just to go to bars and pick up women. And then you hear about like internet brides as well, like so men buying, women off the internet and things like that. And to me, it just seems like a really strange idea.
So in general, is that there's not just a sex culture in Thailand, there's also this big culture of Western men or foreign men moving to Thailand to date, to get wives, etc. And as a Western woman, what's your opinion on this? Is it normal? Is it not a problem? What's it like being a Western woman in Thailand?
Well, for me, it was that I started noticing actually the differences between the Asian women and the Western women, and I started to compare both of them. And why would that be that the Western men are going to Thailand to? Well, what I decided is that it's the women in Western world, they are so pushing for their rights and the manly woman that they forget to be women anymore. And it's like some of the Western men, when arriving to Asia, they find that there is still the calmness in women, something more feminine than back home.
So do you think women back home take a lesson from Thailand long term? Or do you think they should be, can we resolve this? Can we resolve this kind of thing?
I do think that it's possible to resolve this, but it's not on a law or reason level, but it's more on the spiritual heart level, something more like that. Of course, it's very nice that you are a businesswoman and the business shark, but maybe you should think about also the feminine part of yourself. How you act, how do you think about family values or something more like that.
I didn't have a problem with anything she just said. She pretty much broke everything down.
She's just saying that they can take a lesson from some of the Eastern women.
I had no problem with what she said. She kind of did a good job of breaking it down. I'm actually a little impressed that she broke it down. I'm like, oh, okay.
So they pushing for their rights so much to where they forgetting to appreciate and use their femininity to be with a man.
Yeah. Well, back to this beautiful bean footage.
I think it's not very fair on the woman, for starters, that first of all it's degrading for them, but on top of that, financially they're not paying enough. Whenever you convert it back into our money, they're not paying them enough money, for what them women have to do for them to support themselves and potentially a family, because some of them are single mothers and things like that there. And personally, I don't think it's a good career choice for them women. I think it's very unfair on them, and I think it's not a good thing at all. I think Western men should be more supportive of not taking part in it, to be honest.
Just put their money into different places. A lot of these women don't have the choice, I think.
Yeah, a lot of them don't have the choice. They can't afford to do any other form of work. They can't afford it. And I mean, on top of that, then Western men just take advantage of it. They just take advantage of the fact that these women are poor and don't have a lot of money and will take pretty much nothing for what they have to do, and I think it's very unfair.
Yeah.
Whenever you convert it into our currency, it's nothing.
Yeah.
You know?
They do. What do you think of Western men coming in and back up?
In a way, it's kind of desperate, but in a way, if they're happy, then they're happy.
Let's just comment on her.
Oh yeah.
That sounds like a typical Western woman. And I always say this, and my father told me this a long time ago. He was saying that, why do we have to mess with other people's way of lives? Like, we have to try to fix their way of life. When she's complaining about, well, these women not getting treated fairly, this and that, it's the way of their culture. She don't know that, though. She don't know that's part of their culture, what they do. But then she said, well, it doesn't convert right to the Western society. They don't care about that.
Yeah, they don't.
They don't care about what you're talking
Well,
about.
they're complaining about, like I said, almost in Western society, flips over to the male. It's kind of the male getting, like, we go into the child support numbers, the divorce thing. These guys pretty much get financially right, getting put in financial prison.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, it's not an issue when it's going the other way. So say we got to find some middle ground, but that's what it kind of seems like, to where, I mean, some people are just really mad when it's not in their favor.
You know what she was saying too? You catch the key word. She said it's not being converted enough. In other words, she'll be fine if they're paying a lot more money.
Yeah.
She's not saying that.
They shouldn't do it, period.
Yes.
She's just saying they need to get paid more for it.
Yes. Yeah. And now, what do that sound like? That sounds like a typical Western woman's thought process. It's about the money. It's not about anything else.
Yeah. Like I said, we got to be careful on talking about how broken everything else is everywhere else. Because when we look at ourselves, man, we ain't doing too well. Especially socially, like I said, we got the most single mothers on. High divorce rate.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I don't know. I don't know about in the world
right now. Yeah.
I don't know, but if we are at the highest rate of single mothers in America.
Yeah.
I don't know about world rate.
That was like Maldives and stuff last time we checked.
Yeah. We pretty high though. We pretty high.
We got like highest depression, so we're doing something's wrong. Something is wrong. Everything ain't all right. You want to hear them run their mouth some more?
Yeah.
All right.
Please do.
Play some more beautiful game footage.
There's two ways. Well, then it's bad that the child women are kind of, it's bad because the child women are all going for their money. That's not so, because that all the time women are only going with them because they got their money.
See,
What's the difference between what are they doing with us in America? Some of them only going for our money here. What are we talking about?
Yeah.
Matter of fact, it's even worse. They going for our money and giving you nothing back.
Yes. Some of them tell you they're going for the money.
Yeah. So I mean, when you can never use they only want your money, because that's what we get in the States. They only want your money here. So it's just here they want to take your money and think you don't supposed to get anything.
You know what they're really upset about?
What?
We found a loophole.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's really a loophole.
That's all it is. It ain't anything more than that. But the crazy thing about it is, they look for loopholes, and when they find it, it's gonna be cool.
It really is just, man, it sounds like people just mad because if somebody gets over, the other person mad.
Yes.
Either way, that's what it sounds like right
Yes.
now. So if it's us getting screwed over and they taking half your money and running off with it, it's cool. But on the flip side of it, you get this. They seem like they're very butthurt about this.
Yes, exactly.
Well, like I said, if you don't, what he say, if I hate it here, it goes somewhere else.
Yeah, you can always go somewhere else. It's not a problem. That's the thing that kills me, is that people feel like you have to stay somewhere where you're not wanted. If you're not wanted there, I don't want to be around that.
If I go to Smitty, if we bar hopping, we just chilling. If we go to a bar and ain't none of the chicks feeling this, they ain't talking to us. What we doing?
We move around.
We move around. We go to another bar. You go to a restaurant, you don't like the food there. What you doing?
You move around.
You move around, going to a restaurant where you like the food. I don't know. It's like they got this thing where you're supposed to stay there and eat bad food with bad service, and they don't even want you in the restaurant.
You know what I don't like either? Okay, so we're saying that part, right? If we go to a club, right?
Yeah.
And we know this club doesn't let black people eat.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? You gonna complain? See, that's the thing they always kill me about. They don't let black people in. Why would you complain about it? You know how they are. Just move around.
Yeah.
Just
don't
move
go to
around.
that club. That club don't like us.
We can boycott them if you want to.
Yeah, you
either
don't
way.
like us. Like I said, man, you pick the restaurant that you don't get good service from the restaurant. I'm going to the restaurant. I know it sounds horrible at how we putting it, but I mean, it is what it is. You want to get back there and complain some more?
Yes.
We'll let her complain some more.
Ability. Yeah, because I throw this up on the Western men, and just because the Western men need love, but it's sad that they have to come here for it.
what do you think is that later in society?
They're slightly desperate. Not bad. Yeah.
For Western men, Western men traveling over to Thailand for romance.
I think it's sad, and I think that they're really missing out on the relationship they could have with their wife if they really focused on that. And also, I feel bad for the Thai women who are getting taken advantage of in this way, because they too could find a lot of happiness in having a relationship that goes beyond even sex. And it goes beyond how pretty you are, because once you get old, you don't look the same. But if you've spent a lot of years with your husband and really investing in one person your whole life, then you would have a greater overall reward, a long life friendship, and that can't be, you can't trade that for anything. It's worth a lot.
I agree with the last half she said. I do agree with but we way past that here, man.
I didn't agree with her saying that, pretty much that, like, okay, I agree that you do have to work on your relationship if you have a relationship with somebody. Yeah. But it's a two-way street. It ain't just a one-way street. Yeah. She made it where it's all the males that's on that. The other part too, I don't like when they say it's desperate or whatever, because people travel around the world, period. It's always been like that.
No, I'll take that L. Yeah, y'all right. It's desperate pathetic. You know what else is desperate pathetic? You making a hot shower and sitting in a book with your cat and a toy, reading a good book. That's desperate and pathetic too.
Was it desperate and pathetic when the Pilgrims came over for persecution? Was that desperate too? And they brought their families and made a new land? Because sometimes people travel just to get to a new place to have a new life better for themselves. It don't mean they're just going there just for women.
I think on here they are talking about just going there for women. A lot of these guys are going there for women. I might go there for some women too.
but it's still a better, way of life. Like, okay, for example, right? So let's say if you go over there, you have no luck over there, right? You go over there and you can build a family and live good and comfortable. What is wrong with that?
It shouldn't be a problem with it. Like I said, I just think either side gets mad when they not getting their way.
Yeah,
that's what it'll come down to.
I agree with that. I agree with the chat right there saying,
"What up, Bill?"
It's all Karens in the interview.
What up, Bill?
but no, it's just a trip to see that. But the dynamic that people can't move. See, that's another thing about Americans. We're not known for traveling a lot, like other places. We're not known for it.
Well, yeah, we're not really.
We're not known for it. Yeah, that's why we don't learn a lot more languages either. If you think about it, it makes sense. It correlates with each other.
Yeah, like I said, man. You don't like something, do something about it. That's all I can say, pretty much.
Exactly. You want to keep on hearing it?
We got a couple more complaints.
So I feel bad in that way.
Thank you so much for adding more on the men or on the women involved. We'll go.
I'd say it probably reflects worse on the men, but I think entire society, because women are more kind of subservient, and I think they look to Western men to be like a symbol of like affluence or richness. So when they see a Western man, they think of the money and the security and everything. So, but I think, for Western men to take advantage of that just makes me feel like there's something quite not right there, But you find it in a lot of cultures. Like I lived in Japan for a while as well. Sometimes you'd see these most beautiful, like Japanese young women, and then they'd be walking around with these really old, ugly Western guys, because
body shaming. She's body shaming. Asian body shaming, man. I heard our feelings right then. She's body shaming.
She's talking about the culture too.
Yeah.
Like, guess it's going.
For them, it's like a status symbol, I suppose. And I think that these Western men are going to give them, maybe they're going to give them more freedom as well. Because I think, as well, Thai women, maybe at home they have restrictions from the men, or they have to be very subservient, and they think that Western men will give them some kind of more freedom, I guess. Yeah.
The Allison, reporting from Khao San Road in Bangkok for Thai Law Forum.
Okay, so that was the end of that video right there. But, okay, so with this being said, the cultures, right? Western's culture, and it's the thing. Okay, we're the most dominant. Okay, we know that. Between America, UK, the European Union, we're the most dominant cultures at this moment in time in history. But as anybody that dominates, they try to put their influence on everything. My deal with people when they try to put their own influence, they can't take themselves out of the situation
Yeah.
and see that it's a different culture and
Yeah.
they operate different.
Yes.
If they was complaining about it, yes, they have a valid gripe. I'm talking about the other culture, but it's not the other culture complaining about it. It's us complaining about
The
what's
way they
going
run
on.
their culture. Ain't
Mhm.
that funny? This is what I really think when I look at it. Our culture is more designed to take advantage of the male, and they saying the other culture is designed to take advantage of female. That's the only thing I think you're looking at and they're arguing about.
Mhm.
Like I said, when each dude's out here getting raped for divorce, well, I use the wrong word, the R word, it's all about that,
Mhm.
rape for divorce,
Mhm.
and put on child support and all this stuff that's going on. When the guys get robbed blind, it's okay with it. They're cool
Mhm.
with that. It's not a complaint.
Mhm.
The only time it's an issue when it's backflipped the other way. So that's all we complain about. One, they feel like it takes advantage of the woman. We know this westernized thing is taking advantage of the male.
Oh yeah, most
Really,
definitely.
it's rob the male blind. Take him for everything he got.
Within the last 50 years, it's been mainly, and what's so crazy about it is, we built a society, right,
Mhm.
for the women to be safe.
Yeah.
And we even put these provisions and laws in there to assist them with the one butthole that they have to deal
Yeah.
with that just takes full advantage of them. But they have took advantage of the system,
system.
the other way around
Yes.
to make us
Yes.
look like the bad guys.
Yes, them laws are set up for a dude not to put his hands on you, so it's not a dude coming in and throwing a two-piece because you didn't cook dinner.
Yeah.
You know, some of the child support is developed so the male can't just abandon you and not, take care of the
You got
child.
to fend for
Yeah,
yourself.
it's not a game where you say, well, I'm gonna sleep with 6 different dudes, so I get 6 different incomes. I saw a video of Chick talking like that. Talking about that.
Yeah, I
She
seen
was
that
dead
video.
serious.
Yeah. Yeah.
So she's trying to take advantage of the system. I just said, like I said, people complaining. If it goes in their favor, if it don't, they whine about it. That's all you looking at.
And travel shaming. The people that travel shaming, most times it's people that ain't traveled.
Yeah.
That's the most
Ain't nowhere.
people. They haven't traveled. The second part is, if you're travel shaming and you have traveled, you're not liking the results you getting versus the other people's results.
Yes, that's totally true.
That's where all this is coming from. Because like she said, it's unfair to see an older gentleman with a hot young thing. Said it doesn't seem right because he's taking advantage of it. But when they go to Bali and in Jamaica and places like this,
sleep with some
and they go
young
sleep with
hot
these
dude,
young hot dude, it's not a
complaint.
problem.
It's liberating. It's freeing themselves. That's what I say. People, we know what it is right now. People kind of full of it. That's all it is, man.
The other part of it too. So, Bali is a big thing, right? So,
Shouts out. I'm scratching my face. I gotta get the Bali one time.
people, when you go travel to these places, and remember I told you about that one story with
that
the
chick.
African American chick, right?
Yeah.
The African American chick was in Bali, right? She was struggling over in America. Nothing wrong with that. When it took her business to Bali, in Bali you can have a visa up to 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
But this is what she did.
Yep.
She ended up going over a visa, so she stayed longer than 6 months. She ended up staying a whole year.
Yeah, not a couple of days. She went 4 months. What? 6? She went another 6 months over.
Yeah, another 6 months over. The problem that she was having, she was posting on Instagram showing how much money she made, how she got people coming to serve her for stuff, food, and all that stuff there. When she posted this last time, because she was telling her friends they need to come over her, they'll live the life, this and that. Bali government went and deported her the very next day.
No, you can't be on there. Come on, man. That's common sense.
That's something right there.
Yeah, I got on camera. I'm exploiting them. Yeah, I'm doing that. They gonna come get you.
Yeah.
Not to mention she overstayed. Like, you gotta obey the laws, especially with the visas and stuff.
Mhm.
They tell you do something, do it.
Mhm.
Because like I say, you are a visitor and they can't kick you out. They're running their right for kicking you out if they want to.
Mhm.
So that is their place. So you have to abide by the rules.
Now she's part of the LGBT community, right?
Oh, she pulled the card.
And she's African American. And she's complaining that they did it because of the two reasons, LGBT and black, right? But the people in Bali got upset about that.
Yeah.
And they were making Instagram posts, YouTube posts and everything talking about she's alive. Even had a dude from LGBT that's from Bali talking about, no, we just don't like people mooching off us, raising up the rate of cost of living because we're poor people and you're going to mess it up and try to invite everybody over here to take advantage of us. And I said, I have to agree with that.
Yeah.
That's
she
fair.
pulled the card. She pulled that card.
That's fair right there. But the travel shaming and the tactic, because that's one part right there. The reason why I'm bringing her up is because that's a good example. I don't want to say travel shaming, but that's a good example of how people take advantage of stuff, and we can see how that can mess up the system while you travel.
People understand when you travel, please be respectful of these other cultures that we are visiting to, because we are visitors. That is not our stuff. We are going over there to visit someone. Don't go in somebody else's house and put your shoes up on their couch. Please don't do that, sir.
And for the people saying when you go overseas, you can get robbed, anything.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Well, I'm just saying, in America you can get robbed. All that,
That's what I say. You got
get all
nothing
that
to
done.
threaten us, sir. We're Americans.
Yes.
What? You
Yeah.
gotta shoot you. We get shot here.
You get robbed.
You get robbed
Yeah,
here.
yeah. You deal with racism.
You get racism here.
Their stuff is a little different. That's all it is. But I always say to each his own. Whatever is best for you. If you need to move out the country and have a better life for yourself, that's not a problem.
No.
I just don't like the travel shaming because you're trying to limit people to a box.
Yeah.
That's my whole thing about it. So
Yeah.
you don't want that. But
I'm
hey,
definitely not listening to none of these ladies behind us. I'm leaving a couple of times, as many times as I can. As soon as they open everything up, I'm going.
all of them except for one was a 49er.
I agree with the one with the glasses, the second lady. She kind of seemed like she had a good grasp on what's going on over there. So I do agree with her. The rest of them seem like they're just complaining because, like I said, I guess they think that's ruining a chance for them to get men. I don't know how they do it. Whatever.
Jealous and envious because they can't get them same young hot man.
Oh.
And that's the crazy part.
I don't care if it's an inch or miles, nigga. Winning, you win.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
The crazy part about that is, right, so half these women complaining about it, right? They want the young hot thing, right? Young hot dude.
Mhm.
But, I mean, it is what it is. Why are you over in that country? And why are you worried about somebody else's business? This is what they want to do. Let them do what they want to do.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't get that part. I don't get the part how people can pry into other people's business and point the finger at them and say, you're doing wrong. Now, not to say...
It's like the six-figure dude, even though we know it's unrealistic, we know, okay, that's just what y'all talking about.
Yeah.
Oh,
You saying it's
whatever.
immoral, but in that culture, it's not immoral.
Yeah, a lot of things just shames the male here. Everything shames the male, man. They gonna tell you only talk to this, and do this. Meanwhile, they trying to do 5 different things with no rules. I'm not hearing that, bro. I'm not.
I agree. I would. If I was interviewing, I would ask them that what she's asking, but then I'll ask a follow-up question saying, have you ever dealt with a younger guy up in this country? Because I'm pretty sure they have.
Yeah, they probably had a little boy toy running there. They ain't gonna ever tell or admit to it, but yeah, I'm pretty sure they had a little young boy toy with the 6-pack running there. Male strip clubs are packed too, sir.
Yes. Yes, they are. And guys, if you're going over there, and this is for our boy Joe. I gotta say this.
What up, Joe?
You guys, you're going over there to Thailand.
I don't know. Yeah,
Check before you take anything home. Check. That's all I'm saying. Check the anatomy before you take anything home.
Joe, I really should blast y'all them jokes you be cracking. I ain't gonna blast you on camera, but all them jokes you be cracking. A lot of jokes, man.
That's all I'm saying. Check the anatomy before you get to the hotel room. You don't want to get there and you have a surprise.
Yeah, but like I say, man, I'm planning on when things open up, we're gonna try to Japan, Thailand, Bali,
I want to go to Panama.
Panama. I actually want to go. What were we looking at? Was it the Netherlands? What were we looking at?
Ukraine.
Ukraine. What was the place I told
Oh,
you?
Iceland.
Iceland. They said it was like the safest place in the world. They leave their doors unlocked.
They leave kids out on
outside.
the street.
Yeah, on the street. Yeah,
Talking about babies.
Yeah, babies. I like it. They say the most they had to worry about was like a little white fox that runs around.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, yeah, I'd like to check that out.
I want to check out that that geothermal pool too to have it.
Oh yeah, that looks soothing, even though it looks kind of cold going into it, but it looks very warm once you get into it.
Yeah.
Relaxing. Yep.
Yeah, so it's crazy, man. But yeah, hey, we'll just come with a live stream. We're gonna try to do this every week. We'll come up with a topic. We'll actually slice up this video, give you part of the topics, so you can go and decipher through them. But we'll do this once a week. We're gonna try to do this every Saturday. Maybe in the future we'll try to do it twice, maybe. We don't know yet. But we're gonna still produce videos for you.
Yep. But this is SOS. I'm Squish.
I'm Smitty.
Please hit the like and subscribe button.
Also leave a comment down below, even if we're
Trash.
on the yard.
And don't let them fearmonger y'all, fellas. Let's go ahead. It's a loophole. Let's go ahead and take it while it's still there, because it might not be there no more.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Give yourself out. Really, you need to do it now. Because within the next,
ain't
my
no
prediction.
telling.
You know my prediction.
Ain't no telling which way this boat gonna go.
You know my prediction. 20 to 50 years, it's gonna be a mass exodus out of America. I'm letting y'all know that at a time. It's gonna happen. You just gotta be ready for it.
Yep. And shouts out to GameStop. GameStop say we got this bag now, boys. We at the table with the big boys.
You know Robin Hood got sued.
Did they?
Right, 2 hedge fund dudes. They suing them for stopping because Okay, that's another topic.
Okay,
So
yeah,
that's another
yeah,
topic.
anyway.
Robin Hood get it for you.
This is our reality, man. Y'all have a good one.
Y'all have a good one, man. Sorry, people.